the groins of Botany. You guys love it. What have we got today? What's the plan? Plan today is to chase trevally. I've got 2 combos ready. Got my usual light gear wrapped up in the bag, and check that out, guys. The medium gear with the Stella, 2,500, and rigged on Kaz Clear 3-inch power bait. What do you guys reckon? Let's get right to the end and let's have a cast. Look at that, making our way up the wall, just navigating my way over all these rocks, trying to step on the biggest ones. All right, looks like we're here. Put the stuff down. Bit of a strong wind, but not too bad. We'll deal with that. We'll find out with the first cast. Oh, that was a hit. Getting hits there, finally getting hits. But yeah, no hookup. Yeah, I'll change to a smaller jig head, guys. Been persisting with this one for half an hour. Just got a few taps, didn't connect up, so I think maybe it's a bit big. I'm gonna change over. There we go. Bring out the light gear. This is gonna be real bad if I hook up, but you know, if that's what it takes to get a fish, guys, I'm all for it. So this one's already got 6 pound tied on. Just got to rig a lure onto this. 6 pound, not too smart. So we're gonna go the watermelon red, trusty old watermelon red grub, 2.5 inch with a 1/8 ounce weight. Yeah, there we go. Not too bad, guys. Not too bad. Let's make it a double. S factor, squeegee's S factor on that as well. They're gonna have to take it now, right? Yep, first cast was a doozy. Knock knock, Shroom's here. Right here, we finally got some bait coming by. Yes, got one. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's on the weed. Oh, done. Wow. Wow. No way. Smoked. Smoked. I knew that was going to happen on 6 pound. They wouldn't take my 14 pound. Wouldn't take it. Oh no, that drag is serious with my rod up too. That's some serious drag there. No way. What was that? I'm guessing it was a trev. No, could have been a kingy or something. That was going real hard from the get-go. I think it caught a little bit on the weed. Oh, I'm scratching my head, I'm spewing. I'm gonna have to change to 10 pound. It's still a long leader, but we'll have to give it a go. They didn't like the 14, didn't get a hit. I'm just gonna have to hope that they will take it with the 10 pound on. So we need to go get another one of these 1/8 ounce jig heads and Ye watermelon red. Let's see what I've got here. Have I got another 1/8? Yeah, we do. Got one there. So real interesting. I did get a few pecks on the other lure. Like I was saying, the drag was tight. We're going to tighter now with 10 pound. Yeah, that's serious. All right, if it pulls, it's definitely a big fish now. There's just no way. It was already tight enough before. I don't understand. So this is the first cast after that smoking. I bet you I won't get another hit, but you never know. Just got to keep trying. Got to keep trying out here. Oh, there we go, on. This one's a bit smaller. I'm high sticking like mad. Got him. Yep. Obviously not the same fish because I was able to get it up. You. Excuse the bad head, eh, guys? Little grub, little rascal. Woo. Smoking action. Look at the scuff from here to here. I'm so glad I changed to 10 pound. Fully justified. Sesh not done. Whoa! Almost slipped. Slipped onto my gear. Look at that, just right there. Gonna check that leader. Gonna fix myself up. All this fish slime. Glass just fell on top of me. Let's get back into it. Day's not done. The fish aren't playing here today, guys. They ain't playing. The same for us. We ain't playing too. We ain't playing. We're pushing the limits of our gear here. If this reel can push out, I don't know how many kilos of drag you can push out. We're approaching max capacity. I can tell you that. I need to wrap my hand around to pull line comfortably. Right guys, that's a lure. Z-Man grub, watermelon red, 1/8 ounce jig head. Just gotta punch it out. I'm literally standing in the water on a rock that gets water because I just can't get down low enough to show you guys. So I'm just waiting for that line belly to sink in as the wave washes over my feet, which is nice. Once it hits the bottom, double hop. And I just like to watch that line on a bit of a loose hang. I wind in most of the line. The reason I'm doing so is because the current's taking a bit of that too. So the drop and the current moving the lure laterally. And then on any little tick on the line, strike fast, strike hard, set that hook. See if we can get another one. Heaps of structure around here. Whoa, right on, right on. Yep, I'm gonna keep it up off the bottom. Where is he? Where is he? Look, he's going left. He's going left on my recording. Oh. Drag's really tight. My drag is so tight. It might be smart to just let it muck around outside. Instead of bring it in here, I'd be in trouble. I might just lower that drag a bit, let it run out. I know I'm not gonna get busted out there. That's how, my drag is so tight still. My drag is so tight because of what happened before, because I'm on 10 pound, but if I bring it in here, I'm gonna get smokety smoked. Just tiring it out now. I can't bring it in. Like if I bring it in, it's gonna be a big effort anyway. I'll let him slug it out there. Let him slug it out there. He's using the current to his advantage. Look at that, he's just going around that way. We'll turn his head now. Is he tired? All right, that's it. We're gonna go back up to good drag. We'll bring him in. There he is, there he is. Better model, better model. Big model, big model, big model, big model. Is that a salmon? Is that a salmon? That is a salmon. That is not a trev. That's a salmon. That's a salmon. Aussie salmon. Don't get me on the rock. You got to go hard. If they come into the shore like this, you got to go hard. Oh, I'm just going hard. High sticking like an amateur. No fish worth my life, but yeah. Crouch down, keep the head up. Look at that, it's on so hard. Please don't pull the hook now. We almost have him. Almost have him. Oh, don't hop over that rock. Woo! You! Come here. Come here. Let me get my hand on the leader. We got 10 pound. Please don't pull the hook. It's only a small hook. All right, we almost have him. Oh, wet shoes. Who cares? Yeah, you. There we go. Woo. Oh, shroom with a salmon. Shroom with a salmon. I'll tell you what, guys. Oh, no complaints here. Look at that. I reckon that big one was either a king or a salmon, because you guys saw what I did there with that fish. It's urinating on me. There we have it, guys. Aussie salmon. I don't want to spend too long. Oh, so good. Let's get that pop. Boop. Out comes the lure. Z-Man grub. There we go, guys. What do you reckon? He's ready? See you later, buddy. See you later. See you later. Woo! Thumbs up from me. In the Bay of Botany. What a wonderful place. Now I can really feel my wet socks, wet shoes, whatever. Let's get back into it. You ever seen an Aussie salmon cruise around? There is one right there, around the rocks of Botany. Just busted off on the pole. Bad cast. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more of this. If you got a lure tied onto light line gear, and you got structure like this behind me, would you still throw your lure in knowing that you'll get dusted? Put your answer down in the comment section. Thanks for your support as always, and I'll catch you in the next video. Guys, hope you enjoyed that story. And just throwing back to what Starlo was saying, he's absolutely right. We're still allowed to fish. Obviously check the rules and regulations, but that option is still available. And you know what? Just in a general sense, fishing is a wonderful hobby. It's a wonderful sport. We gotta look after it, but we can go undertake this amazing adventure anywhere, all over Australia, no matter where you're from, whether you're fishing pristine waters in the fresh, to the salt or urbanized waters where everyone else is fishing in and amongst the main population, like that last segment. It doesn't matter. The moral of the story is, get out there, give it a go. And you know what? Before I go on, firstly I'd like to say, if you're enjoying the show, make sure, no matter where you're watching from, whether you're watching from the Shroom channel on YouTube, or Rex Hunt's Fishing Adventures, or Starlo Gets Real, support your content creators here. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're enjoying the show. There's always more content coming around the corner, and guys, you guys are a part of it too. This is the Fishing Hub. We can't have anything without the viewers here as well. And throwing back to what I was saying earlier, having a go, there's something else that I'd like to have a go at. If you guys can see behind me, I've got a bunch of reels, but in particular fly reels, and there's something that I want to tick off the box, and that is nail my first trout on fly one of these days. And you know what? I think Starlo's got just the story involving Rex coming right up, but I'll let him explain the details. So Starlo, back over to you, mate.
How good is Shroom? No wonder he's so popular. If you don't already follow him, make sure you jump onto YouTube and look for Shroom and subscribe to his channel. He really does have some great stuff on there. Now, from the younger generation, we're going to go to the ancient and look at some more of that archival footage from the old Rex Hunt Fishing Adventure days on TV. And this time it's Bushy and Rex wading the shallows at Lake Eucumbene in the snowy mountains of New South Wales, hunting a few trout. Not a lot has changed, but I've got to tell you, looking at this, I think it's probably one of the very first segments that Bushy ever did on the show. He looks a little bit nervous, and he looks like he's still feeling his way with the big bearded burbler, but they're having fun, and of course Bushy's catching fish. Check it out.
There he goes, Rex. Yeah. Just coming along there. Just
yep. I've got him. Oh yeah.
Going the other way.
But isn't that fishing, eh?
It's the way it goes.
Folks, you know I get excited about fishing, and I'm here at, well, I suppose you could say the mainland of Australia's premier trout fishing impoundment, Lake Eucumbene. It's mighty. With me is Kay Bush, and a lot of you people who take fishing serious would know through the readings of Modern Fishing and Bill Classen's Freshwater Fishing magazine that Bushy is the resident fly fishing expert. And Bushy, this, to coin a phrase, is your home territory, Lake Eucumbene.
Well, I do spend a lot of time out here, Rex, and it's a top lake, and we're in a good part of it at the moment. We're in Frying Pan Arm. And we're just before evening, so we're expecting a bit of action along here, Rex, and we've already had a little bit, so that's a taste of what's to come.
What we want to get across to you folk at home is that there's tremendous camaraderie amongst fly fishing people, amongst any people, on a pier or in a stream. When two guys hit it off and they've got the same interest in fishing, you're in with a big chance. And tonight, it's getting near prime time. Let's see if we can pick this fish up again there, Bushy.
Okay, Rex.
Let's put it in front of him again. A lot of people at home would say shallow water, difficult to catch fish, because a lot of people think you have to have deep water to catch fish, but I think I could just about, at 6'4" on the old scale, walk across the other side. Why so shallow water?
I thought you'd probably walk across the other side on the top of the water, Rex. I didn't think you'd have to go in.
I'll leave the smart stuff to me. Eh?
Okay, Rex. Well, what we're going to be doing here in this shallow stuff, the fish will be all coming in here to feed later on. We're here probably 2 hours before dark. The fish will come into this shallow water because that's where all the food is. And they'll be eating stick caddises, and they'll be eating snails, and later on they might even be eating some beetles. And we're going to be sneaking along here with Rex, and we'll see the fish come up and take some food, and then we'll be throwing the fly right in front of it, and hopefully we'll catch one. At least that's the theory, Rex, anyway.
His surname is not only Bush, the old bush under the nose signifies that he thinks like a fish. He might look like a fish too, but he knows his stuff. And folks, just understand that I'm really excited about the possibility of catching a fish.
Well, we're definitely going to catch one in here, Rex.
There's no such thing as definite, mate. Ask my wife. The old red tag bushy, I'll tell you what, I've knocked a couple of nice brownies off when I was a kid, the old red tag, the beetle pattern, but this is very impressive. Tina Turner would love these at a concert on a reload, mate. Run us through some of your favourite flies.
Well, in this little piece of water here, Rex, these are the little stick caddis, which we know the fish have been eating over the last week or so.
Yep.
In the shallow water, and that's just the little yellow grub that lives inside the stick.
Oh, yeah.
So that's might catch us a fish. Other than that, the fish we've been catching with the snails,
Yeah.
these are just little snail patterns.
Now, I heard Paul McCartney say the other night the beetles are making a comeback. They look like they're making a comeback in your fly box, mate.
Beetles will make a comeback right before dark, Rex, because they'll all fly down, fall in the water, and we'll knock them off with these little foam beetles.
Well, talking about knocking them off and knocking flies off, if some of these blighters keep buzzing around the old bearded burbler, they won't see nightfall. Let's fish, Bushy.
Let's get them, Rex. I got him, Rex.
Oh, you rip snorter, Bushy. Is it a good fish?
No, he's a reasonable fish, Rex, yeah. Let's get rid of some of this loose line on the reel.
Now, I know your secret. You know, you were standing on that rock a month ago and it was 3 inches under the water. A bloke came home and told me that you used to play centre back for Jerusalem. Now I know your secret, mate.
This is the secret, Rex.
You've been holding out on me. And the only reason you stand on there is to say you're taller than me, is that right?
And the only reason I got this fish to bite, Rex, was I promised that you wouldn't kiss it.
Well, you know the rules of the game, that I might not always be right, but I'm always the boss. I feel like Sir Edmund Hillary over here. We got a chance of bringing it in a little bit,
What can we have?
a little bit shallower. It's a very nice fish. Do you want to grab my hand or what? You're not that way
No,
inclined.
I'll get off.
A rainbow.
A rainbow.
A beautiful looking fish. What beautiful looking fish, if you don't mind, umpire. Ooh, now what did you say you get on? A snail?
Snail pattern, yeah, just like the one we showed you earlier, Rex.
I think it's... Oh, ho, 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 ho.
Well, that's what we came for, folks.
Oh, have a look at that.
That'll be a fairly typical Eucumbene rainbow.
Female rainbow, is it?
Could well be, Rex. You going to ask it out for dinner?
No, mate, I'll tell you what, I'm a bit hungry.
You wouldn't want to kiss a male one,
I'm
would you?
just about ready for the nose bag for you and I, mate, and I tell you
What do you reckon about this one, Rex? Is he going to swim back, or are we going to eat him for dinner?
No, mate, she's going back.
She's going
You know the rules, don't you?
Okay.
You know the rules. Now, you've got a lot of friends from Marimbula and Pambula that says don't let Rexy kiss anything from Eucumbene, mate, but you know the rules, don't you?
There you go, Rex.
Thank you very much, mate. She is magnificent. She is magnificent. And you're going to swim, girl, because you are just fantastic. Off you go. Off you go. Come on. Come on. Come on.
There you go.
Come on. Come on. Off you go. No.
Doesn't want to go,
Turn
Rex.
around the other way.
I think she fancies you, Rex.
Turn around the other way. Come on. Turn
She's
around
away.
the other way. And away
Away she
we
goes.
go.
It's not bad, this Eucumbene, Rex. Good fun.
This bloke's called K. Bush. And he's just caught and released a magnificent rainbow trout here in Lake Eucumbene. And it's a good feeling, isn't it?
It's a great buzz.
There's nothing wrong with knocking them on the head and putting them in the fry pan, but it's a great feeling when you let them go to fight again another day, Bushy.
We'll get him tomorrow night, Rex.
You think we might?
You never know your luck.
He's K. Bush, I'm Rex Hunt, and I wonder why they call him Bushy. You wouldn't mind lending me a bit for up here, would you, mate?
I reckon there's more on my lip than your head, Rex, but anyway, let's catch another one.
It was good fun. Good on you, Bushy.
Good stuff. And my spies tell me that Eucumbene is actually fishing pretty well at the moment. It's risen a fair bit through the winter, covered some new ground, and I think the spring is going to fish extra well down there if we can get there. And the best way to do that is to all roll up our sleeves, get our vaccinations, and to do the right things in terms of social distancing and wearing your mask when you're outdoors. Hopefully, if we all do that and we can drive those infection levels down a little bit, we might all get a bit more mobility and be able to go fishing. Now, I know that a lot of you have probably had your boats in storage for the last couple of months. They've been sitting in the garage or in the driveway or whatever. And that could present some problems when you do get a chance to hit the water, particularly in terms of contaminated fuel. So this week I put together this little YouTube clip about how to look after the fuel in your onboard tanks when you're not using the boat for a while. This is important stuff, so watch closely. With a lot of us currently in lockdown due to the COVID pandemic and either unable to use our boats at all or rather limited in where we can go and what we can do, I thought I'd have a bit of a look at the issue of fuel on board boats, particularly in built-in fuel tanks. This is also really applicable to people in areas where layoffs of several months are common, either up north through the wet season or down south in the depths of winter or through closed seasons. Fuel left in tanks for long periods can deteriorate, particularly if it can pick up water as a result of condensation in the tank. And that's not a good thing. But there are a couple of fairly simple steps that you can take to avoid these issues. Firstly, always buy your fuel from a reputable outlet with a steady turnover of customers. That way you know you're getting clean, quality fuel to start with. Avoid fuels containing ethanol too if you possibly can, as ethanol is particularly prone to picking up water. Ethanol-based fuels might be okay in your car, but they're just not ideal for boats. Next, if the boat's likely to be sitting unused for a while, top the tank up to around 90% of its capacity. This will greatly reduce the volume of air in the empty part of the tank where condensation can occur. Don't overfill it, as you don't want fuel squirting out through the breather on a warmer day, but do your best to minimise the empty space in the tank where that condensation can occur. Also, if possible, store your boat under cover to avoid sudden dramatic temperature variations. That's what creates condensation. Having a water separating fuel filter with a clear bowl that allows visual inspection is also a really good idea. Finally, you can consider adding a fuel stabiliser to maintain the health of the fuel and reduce the amount of water that it's capable of picking up. Follow the mixing instructions on the bottle. Contaminated fuel is a really common source of boating problems, and it can also dramatically shorten the life of your motor. So follow those basic rules. Buy right in the first place and avoid ethanol-based fuels. Fill the tank up to about 90% if you're going to be storing it for a while to reduce that area of air where condensation can occur. Fit an inline water separating fuel filter between the tank and your motor. Avoid dramatic temperature changes. Think about where you store your boat, and if necessary, consider adding a fuel stabiliser. If you follow these basic rules, even if your boat's sitting there for 5, 6, 7 months, it should fire up first turn of the key when you get back on the water. And I know I'm looking forward to getting back out there. Tight lines. Well, there you go. I hope you got something from that, and I hope you enjoyed tonight's show. We'll be back next Thursday night. Let us know what you'd like to see. There might be a particular clip from the old Rex Hunt archives that you want to see. There might be something new that you want to have a look at. Make sure you also jump onto my Starlo's Fishertopia page on Facebook and follow it, and also my Starlo's Fishertopia Instagram account, and of course the Rex Hunt Fishing Adventures page on Facebook, and both of our YouTube channels, Starlo Gets Real and Rex Hunt's Fishing Adventures. You're watching this right now, I'm sure, on one or the other of those, but don't forget the other one. We're really enjoying doing this. We hope that it's giving you a bit of an outlet during these tough times that we're all enduring together. And until next Thursday night, this is Starlo wishing you tight lines.